please speak into the microphone, state your full name, and then spell your last name for the record.
John Wilford, W-I-L-F-O-R-D.
Good morning, Mr. Wilford.
Morning.
Do you go to school?
I do.
Where do you go to school?
I'm a first year at FAU.
FAU?
Yes.
I'd like to call your attention, Mr. Wilford, to Wednesday, February the 14th, 2018. Do you remember that date?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And were you attending school at that time?
Yes.
What school were you attending?
Marjorie Stoneman Douglas.
And what year were you in?
9th grade.
Did you have any siblings that were attending Marjorie Stoneman Douglas at that time?
Yes.
Who?
My sister, Maddie.
Madeline Wilford?
Madeline Wilford, yeah.
Okay. And she was attending Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School also, right?
Yes.
Okay. So on that day, tell us what happened.
I was in my study hall class, I believe it was 4th period, sitting down, and then I remember the fire alarm going off, and we evacuated towards the west side of campus, towards the baseball fields.
Okay. And when you went there, what you were responding because of fire drill?
Correct. We were just following standard procedure, so.
Okay. So what is the standard procedure? You go out into the area?
Right. We go out to the area, we line up, they take attendance, so I didn't think much of it.
Okay. So what happened then?
I remember it wasn't long. It was like a minute or two when they took attendance, and then a police car came and told us to evacuate.
Okay. How did you evacuate?
They took us off this road towards West Glades, which took us off this dirt road, and everybody was just walking over there.
So you walked down. Would you describe the path you took when the police told you to evacuate?
It was just along the baseball fields, along like towards the side of West Glades. Most of everybody was kind of panicked and didn't know what was going on.
Okay. So when you got to West Glades, where did you go from there?
From West Glades, I then walked to Walmart with one of my friends, Alan.
So you got out to Homburg Road and
Correct, yeah.
and then turned west to Walmart?
And from West Glades, I took this path towards Walmart.
Okay. So what happened when you got to Walmart?
When I got to Walmart, I was trying to get a hold of my sister. She wasn't picking up, so I tried to get a hold of my mother, and that's when I then left my friend to go meet my mother at McDonald's. That's just the point I told her to meet at.
And did you go to McDonald's?
I did.
And that was at the McDonald's on Coral Ridge Drive?
Yes.
And describe what happened. How did you get there?
I just walked from Walmart, like underneath the sawgrass, towards McDonald's, and I told my mother I was waiting inside.
Okay. And so your mom was going to, what was she going to do?
She was going to come drive and pick me up.
So did you get McDonald's?
Yes, I got inside.
Okay, what happens when you go to McDonald's?
I sat down in a booth. I called her, I told her where I was, and she told me that she was on her way.
Okay. Then what happened?
And then Nick Cruz came and sat down right next to me.
All right. Did you know who he was?
No.
Ever meet him before?
Never.
Just sat down?
Just sat down next to me. I didn't think much of it because I was panicked. So I was just trying to get back home.
So what happened when he sat down?
He just sat down. I didn't think much of it. You know, he was just, I figured he was from school because of what he was wearing, but.
What was he wearing?
ROTC uniform.
Okay. So what happened then?
From then, I wasn't really, I saw him sit down, so I just was telling him, like, this is so chaotic. This is crazy. All these helicopters and SWAT cars coming, like, what do you think this could be? And I don't remember him saying much, but he was just head down, wasn't really talking to me. I don't remember much of the conversation, but I was doing most of the talking.
Okay. Did he ask you anything?
No, not until I started to leave, when my mother called me and told me that she was there.
Okay. What did he ask you?
He asked me for a ride when I was like starting to leave the McDonald's to meet my mother on the other side. That's when he started talking to me.
Okay. And what did you say?
He asked me for a ride. He was pretty insistent on it, and I said no. I wasn't really thinking much of it. I mean, I was just trying to get home. My sister wasn't answering her phone. I was nervous. I was panicked. I also had a bad gut feeling about it, because I'm a nice person. I would offer somebody a ride like that, but I just wasn't thinking in the moment.
Okay. And then what happened?
Then I got in the car with my mother, and I started to drive home.
Okay.
And then I remember seeing him again on, I don't know exactly what road it was, but I saw him walking.
Okay.
But then that was pretty much it.
And when your mom picked you up and drove you off, where did you and your mom go?
Back home.
Yeah, I know, but where's your home?
Wyndham Lakes.
Wyndham Lakes?
Area, yeah.
Okay. Have you seen a video from McDonald's with you?
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, I'd like to publish State's Exhibit
89.
89.
Defense?
So we should state objection pursuant to Rule 401 in Hitchcock versus State, please.
Okay, so noted.
Tell me when you see you.
I see me.
Where are you?
I'm just sitting in the booth.
Okay. Is that you walking in?
Yes.
John, how tall were you back then?
Probably like 6'1", 6'2", maybe.
6'1"?
I don't recall. I don't remember, but
Okay. I want to show you State's Exhibit marked 6C for identification, Mr. Wilford, and ask you if you can identify that.
yes, I can.
Okay. Does it accurately and truly depict where McDonald's was and where the school was and where Wyndham Lakes is?
Yes.
All right, Your Honor, this time I'd like to offer 6C.
No objection.
Okay, without objection, State's Exhibit 6C for identification will be received as State's 9090.
Put this on here. Let's see. All right, does that, let me see if I can do better than I did before. Okay, I want to point out, there's a thing that's going to come up where okay, you could pick a color and show us where McDonald's is.
It's
Right. And how about Marjorie Stoneman Douglas? Okay. And let's see if I get this one. Wyndham Lakes.
it's this area.
Okay, and that's where you live?
Yeah.
Okay. On this map that's been introduced, can you, I know you didn't know the road that you saw him on again, but
I didn't know the exact road, but
do you know what area you saw him on this? Can you tell?
I'm pretty sure we might have like crossed through here, and then while we were driving through, then that's when I like saw him walking on the sidewalk. But it was like for a small fraction of time, so I didn't really pay attention to it.
But that's the area where you drew that arrow in the green line. That's the area you were going to go to your home, right?
Right, that I remember. Yes.
Okay. If you saw that person that sat next to you in McDonald's, would you be able to identify him if you saw him again?
Yes.
You see him in the courtroom today?
Objection, Judge Rowland.
Yes.
Would you point him out for us?
Yeah.
The person in the blue sweater?
Yep.
Madam Reporter, with court's permission, would you like to reflect that Mr. Wilford has identified the defendant, Nicholas Cruz, please? Thank you. Your Honor, at this time, I have no further questions of Mr. Wilford.
Defense, any questions?
No, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. You're excused.
Thank you.
Officer Michael Leonard,